So we've got two prizes to be won for the next game. We've got a Pulseman English Repro, which was donated by Retro Gamer Ryan. You need to donate $5 by, I believe, the end of the run in order to be eligible. And we also have a Pulseman Running Perler, which was donated or contributed by What Is That Thing? It is also a $5 minimum bid to enter into a contest to win that. A little more on the Pulseman Repro. It's a reproduction cartridge. It's fully translated into English and it's compatible with any North American Genesis systems and clones. With that, we've got a $35 donation from Black Lizard. Awesome job. Thank you, guys. You're amazing. We've also got a $20 donation from Helgessen88. Hi all. You are doing an amazing job on Echo Blue Gas, and all the staff at SGDQ does a really good job at managing this big event. Good luck to all speedrunners, and let's hope for a 100% Final Fantasy 7 or 6 run. Got a $10 donation from Richard5. Hey, this is Richard. I've been watching these streams since SGDQ 13, and I just want to thank you all for your efforts. This donation is for Blue Glass on Tails. Could we get a... Can we get a roll call on the couch when everybody's ready?
As long as you don't drop the frames. Alright, how do I clip design?
That's not my problem though.
Hopefully this is fine.
Okay. So?
Yeah. Yeah, Sonic and then Mega Man.
So we're just gonna wait here for a bit, or?
Are we ready to go?
I think we are. All right. Let me get to the start of the game. So, hi everybody. I'm Plum. This is PX.
FPX.
That's Miles. And this game is Pulseman. It was a very late Genesis title, only released in Japan. And it was made by Game Freak, who later went on to do Pokemon, so that kind of jacked up the prices of carts to like $200. So that's why we're on VC. But there's another reason for that too, because we're about to see a really cool glitch. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, that. There's a cool glitch you can do by pretty much on consecutive frames hitting left and right and then left again. You can sort of do that little fling through the air. We don't exactly know why it works, but my guess is it's something kind of like ABH's in Source Engine games, where you only do it while Pulseman's sort of in his skidding animation from stopping a run. So I think it kind of gives you negative momentum, and then when you go into the air, but you can do it for other things too, like going into the wall and running above the entire level. One interesting thing about this game is that a lot of the levels are vertically designed, and by combining that little zip move along with another one of my moves that turns me into an electric ball, I can pretty much phase through any wall in the game. And the way the game does vertical stages is there are just sort of holes in the wall you walk through to the right to end the stage, and I just phase through the wall to go right and beat the level. The kind of tricky thing about skid jumping, that's what it's called, is that the timing for it is different in almost every room in the game. So it makes consistency on fast skids a little tough. And coming up is the first boss, which I think is one of the more interesting but also very difficult bosses, because there's boss manipulation that uses some really arbitrary visual cues to actually get him to go where you want. But I'm gonna try and do that. Because you're seeing I'm hitting him off screen, and I'm getting him to spawn on specific sides of the screen based on where I hit him. So getting hit there didn't really, okay. All right. He's one hit from dead, so I'm just gonna take that safe since I'm at 1 health right now. And there's another cool, I use the term cool very loosely, but if you do a kick, that little girl in the top left corner, she'll like congratulate you, but I don't care about that, and I want to save time, so I just kick and her little dialogue stops. And right there, there's another skip. Normally I'm supposed to punch that dude in the face and he explodes, but his exploding animation takes so long, it's faster to just skid jump Voltecker and exit or enter the other terminal. And there are 6 of these bonus stages in the game where I need to break a whole bunch of blocks, and it's really self-explanatory, and this is a good time for donations if there's any you want to read.
We've got a $50 donation from Moolaholic. Awesome stream, keep it up. Love to watch all the speedruns. We've got a $20 donation from Zero E. You guys are amazing at what you do, and it's an amazing cause to do it for. Keep on gaming, and can I hear a whoop whoop?
All right, so
I guess not.
Maybe not.
all right, and that was the bonus stage. There are 6 total, but I'm only going to be playing 3 of them, and I'll get to that later. The other times I just want to relax and take it easy, so we're not going to play the bonus stages. It's also very easy to soft lock this game because if you get if you stop that zip while you're inside certain blocks, you just get stuck there, and this game doesn't save, so and there's no level select, so that's the whole run.
You can't do right, left, right in a wall.
No, you can't because well, you can, but it's tasks only because Pulseman needs to be doing that skid from stopping a run. And one interesting thing that Pulseman does is if you just turn while facing a direction and then face the other direction, for 1 frame, Pulseman will actually do that skidding animation, but there's no way to reliably do that. All right, and one thing you're probably seeing a lot of is I just kind of spam that spark move, which is an uncharged Voltecker. This game gives you invincibility frames for pretty much doing anything, and the amount of invincibility frames you get on that move is just absurd. And you can pretty much just spam it and be invincible forever, and it also does the most damage of any of your moves. Yeah, the cool sort of gimmick of this gameplay in Pulseman is Pulseman has 2 sets of moves. He's got all of his normal moves, and then he's got all... And then he's got all of his moves have sort of a second sort of function if you charge up Cool, I 2-cycled that boss, which is good. If you charge up electricity by dashing, your moves will sort of get powered up. So that ball move, if I don't have electricity, it just sparks. And then more donations, you can just pretty much read them anytime there's a bonus stage, because I don't know, I think people can figure out me just dashing and jumping around.
We've got a $55 donation from Big Bobby. Listen, world, French community is unbeatable at bid wars. All your bids are belong to us. We are unbeatable. P.S. You are all doing a great job. Good luck to all the runners. Shout out to you all.
And that was really good. That was a completely optimal bonus game, which I'm shocked I got because I'm really inconsistent at that one. Because you need to get double block breaks, which is you're just barely wide enough to do. And here's another quick boss. We're gonna see him again at the end of this level. Basically that spark move that does the damage equal to 2 or 3 punches randomly, and since you get invincibility frames just for using that, you can stand inside bosses and just spam it forever. So bosses are pretty trivial.
We've got a $10 donation from SGDQ. Pulseman hype. Great stream. Keep it up.
Yo, thanks for donating. That's a real life friend of mine.
We've got a $20 donation from Borglin. Greetings from the icy mountains of Norway. Love what you amazing people are doing for such a noble cause. You rock. Twitch chat sucks. I hope you guys will be able to do this every year. Wow. Shots fired on Twitch
Well,
chat.
at least that guy has the right idea.
Shots fired.
Got a $10 donation from EarnZ123. Hello, greetings from Norway. Awesome job. You are all doing good. Keep up the good work.
And that was another boss. Thank you. The bosses are the most skill-intensive part of this game.
Yeah. It's all downhill from here.
You've seen it all, folks. I'm sorry, mashing with joysticks is really not my thing. It's harder than it looks.
I can't think of any other game that does that.
Yeah, this looks like a house.
Alright, well I had to do that at some point in the run. That's the hardest bonus stage by far because all the blocks above the second platform I want to be breaking with a single Voltecker. So I kind of want to aim for the seam in the center, but the hitbox on your actual Voltecker is a little weird. And coming up is, I'm just skipping right to stage 6 because it is the hardest stage in the game by far, Australia. It's a water level, and I really don't like this stage. It's shocking, I know.
Haha, it's shocking. I get it.
Oh, and the worst possible thing that could have happened just happened. I didn't get my skid jump. Okay, I recovered. Basically, I'm supposed to do a skid jump initially from the platform to sort of beat the water cycle because you can't skid jump in water, and you also lose your electrical charge in water. And I guess one thing I should probably mention that Sometimes your skid jump Voltecker does probably the weirdest thing in the whole game. If you just use it in some rooms, it automatically ends the room and sends you to the next area of the level, which is what just happened. And this is actually, I'm doing this at about double the intended speed, and that's also why I need to keep on switching left and right with my joysticks, is because if you jump and then fall, you will fall in the water at double speed. The downside of that, though, is that you can't actually just fall straight, so I need to keep on alternating between left and right. And the other part of Australia, okay, we had a water level, and now we have a bunch of bottomless pits.
We've got a $20 donation from Cyber. It's good to see others still playing Pulseman. Thanks for keeping many entertained and putting the money towards a great cause.
Shoutouts to the old Pulseman runner Axon, who literally disappeared off the face of the planet and no one has seen him in like 2 years. His VOD is up on SDA. It's a really good run. We miss you, man. If you're watching this, Axon, please come back.
Do you also do a Genesis, like a non-glitched run, basically, with the left-right? Or was that...
If you split your Genesis D-pad so you could pretty much do left and right, you could pretty much do this on a Genesis just fine. And I also just got the hardest skid jump in the game first try, so that's really exciting. That one's so weird because there's like a curved circle, and I got both of the hardest skid jumps in the game first try.
I'm sorry it's not as impressive as the boss.
Yeah. I refuse to clap.
All right, and just to be safe here, I'm not gonna do this room as fast as I possibly could because I wanna pick up another health pack. I can normally just do a skid jump Voltecker from, oh, I died anyway, so I'm just gonna do the fast strat. That was intentional because I thought the fast strat would be more exciting. The tasks of this game are awesome because there's actually a task that doesn't use the skid jump glitch at all, and it's almost as fast as a real-time run because Pulseman, his running full sprint speed, which you can only get after running to the left or right uninterrupted for so long, the task can maintain that through the entire level. It's almost impossible to do real-time, but it's really fun to watch in the task. And then shout outs to my favorite boss in the game. It's a fish-shaped submarine with a fish for a gun.
I think we've seen that before.
And yes, we should be very careful for the super strong submarine. Thanks, Japan, for your awesome names. Oh, and I missed. I kind of want to go late to jump to dodge that missile because you saw he fired off some missiles going at an upward angle. If I'm early on my jump, those will pretty much be unavoidable and I will need to waste an extra jump like I just did, and I can't actually reflect that bullet back in time, so that's what I was trying to avoid. But there's that boss, and I don't know, I apologize. And now we're starting the, this is the second half of the game, and these are the 3 bonus stages we don't play. The reason why we're not playing these bonus stages is because breaking the blocks in these bonus stages actually takes so long. If I do this perfectly, it will take 62 real-time seconds. And we don't want that. But what we can do, fun, is... There we go. Bonus stages, yeah, let's just take a nap up top. So, great time for donations. Get them in.
All right, so we've got a $100 donation from Florida Blue Glass family. Great work. Go Doctors Without Borders. Go Echo. Go Jared. We've got a $15 donation from Andre15. Greetings from Germany. You are doing a great job. Keep going, Andre. We've got a $20 donation from Narlia. Thank you all for this SGDQ.
There we go. The most exciting section of the game is over.
Make sure you refuse to clap.
You guys are just watching this awesome display of skill.
Can't wait for the next bonus stage.
Oh man, I missed it. There's a frame perfect trick you can do there, but instead, let's just enjoy this cutscene. Thank you. That was Daku Yama, as we affectionately call him. And he's telling us that water can destroy our speedruns, because it does. I really hate water in this game.
So nice of old game developers to not put ceilings on everything.
Is he saying Pulseman after everything?
He's mainly saying Voltecker, but people interpret it a lot of ways.
So we've
Hard to
got,
hear the TV from here.
No, it's just hard to understand Pulseman. And that's just like another example of those vertically designed levels, just when you can phase through the walls, not quite as challenging as they intended. Alright, and... Alright, there we go. And every time your Voltecker rebounds off something, there's a time limit where it can hit another thing and just keep going. So you can chain Volteckers for really long in sections like that. And shoutouts to me not soft locking the game right there, which I did like 2 times in practice.
And yeah, like the non-left-right glitch uses a lot of the Voltecker.
Yeah, because that's the fastest form of movement. It's just a little faster than sprinting. I didn't want to play that level anyway. And there were actually, since this was an early Game Freak game, you can see a lot of Pokemon designs or Pokemon that they used for inspiration later. And we just killed Registeel. Even though we're an electric type, we just 3-shot that steel type.
Shows how much you know about Pokemon.
so we've got a
Yeah.
The reason why, if you were wondering, going out of bounds in bonus stages works, it's because when you sort of use your Voltecker, you raise up a few pixels, and you'll notice how Pulseman kind of goes inside the blocks when I skid jump, so those 2 things put together.
These borders can't hold Postman.
Even he doesn't want to play these.
So we've got a $10 donation from Cyberbot X. The amount of games that are being broken is pretty amazing. Gotta have hand cam for the Lost Vikings.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, I'm just glad like these are giving me a break because, again, double tapping a joystick is way harder than it looks.
Yeah, it looks really hard.
I'm surprised the controller's still alive.
This controller actually it broke a couple months ago and I had to get a new one. The reason why this is gold is because the Walmart I went to at like midnight, they didn't have any classic controllers left. So I needed to pick up the awesome James Bond GoldenEye thing from like 2 years ago. Shoutouts to my Walmart who still has like 5 copies of that. Game sold really well apparently. And then this is actually one of the few vertical stages that I can't just skip by going right. The reason being, instead of finishing the level by going just off the right edge of the screen, I need to go into one of those computer terminals. Alright, I thought I missed that a second time. This level is really neat because it's got a lot of cool Voltecker setups that I'll do. That wasn't one of them. All right, there we go. Skid jumping can kind of be risky at times because if you do mess up the input, especially on levels with bottomless pits, if you mess up your timing on the skid jump, it'll just fling you backwards and probably to your death. And that just means you're not making the inputs fast enough if it does that. And then we try to avoid picking up those flash balls whenever possible because the game kind of freezes for a second to tell you that you picked up something you clearly saw on the screen. And this level is really cool in casual play. Or actually, I'd probably say most people hate it in casual play. It's kind of like a maze, and there are like 4 or 5 exits for almost every room, and you're supposed to figure out which way to go.
Oh.
Shout outs to getting stuck in the floor for a second. And then this is another screen I hate, because we're gonna see why. There are gonna be some very mean penguins. The meanest penguins you've ever seen.
I don't think that has ever been said.
See, oh man, that guy was trying to snipe me. The penguins just spawn on screen really fast, and you don't want to use your punch move to kill them if you can, because you lose all your momentum when that happens. So it's best to kill them with a spark. The problem being, since you have to run and you charge up your spark or electrical powers, if you spark, you'll just use your Voltecker and you'll probably raise up a stage on the platforms. Shoutouts to fun level design. Okay, and this, I'm actually just gonna shut up because this is it's a very frustrating section of the game because basically we need to clash our Volteckers into each other, but I can't time it because the game lags while he's charging his thing, so who knows how long it's gonna take.
God.
And it's not enough just to clash your Voltecker into him. You're not supposed to be able to attack twice like I am. But if you mash pretty fast, I'm sorry if I'm killing him once he does. I usually miss him once just because it's so hard to time. Oh, I missed him a second time. Not even gonna go for that. Right, I should probably stop talking like this.
Oh. Oh.
I think he's one hit away from that. Alright, yeah. I wasn't sure if I missed a hit or not because, like I said, just hitting him with your Voltecker isn't enough. You actually need to land a second attack, but for my attack to do the most damage possible, I just choose to do another spark after my Voltecker.
Just curiosity, but
Yes.
That's a good question. Okay, apparently they are.
Like, you would have to go into Wii mode and then use the Wii's shop, but yes, you could get them on a Wii U.
If you couldn't hear the question that was just asked, they asked if you could buy Wii games on the Wii U to play them on Virtual Console, like Pulseman. Carts are like $200. And this game's only $8 on the eShop, but so if you just put your Wii U in Wii mode, you can access the original eShop. Shoutouts to exciting bonus stages.
Yeah.
All right, and now, if you thought those bonus stages were hype, are you guys ready for the next set of levels? I'm just gonna let you watch. I don't think you're prepared.
I am the embodiment of hype. You may not realize about the total hype.
If you thought Super Mario Bros. 3 was a good speed game, check out Pulseman.
Self-advertising.
Yo, so apparently Game Freak, they also make pinball machines. Never knew that, but there we go. Oh man, we didn't get the scream. Sometimes when you press enter, the game does this really loud, obnoxious scream. And it's great. So this time you're not going deaf, but maybe next time. Okay, so this is actually the cool part of the auto-scroller, because that power-up, basically what that would let me do is every time I hit this button to spark, I would be doing a Voltecker. That's very bad, because there are a lot of bottomless pits, and you can probably go straight into a bottomless pit like I almost just did. So instead, I just opt to keep the spark because it actually lets me get a couple extra pixels of horizontal distance on my jumps. Plus, I like to just spam it for the invincibility frames. I don't think I can beat all those 9s over there.
I know.
That's the Kirby Superstar treasure number.
All right, and we're basically out of blue. And don't worry, if you were wondering if I've ever lost any really good runs to dying on this section, I have several times.
Oh boy. All those colors, man.
Man, though, just let's enjoy that parallax scrolling in the background. Like, you know, we've gone fast enough for today. We're about to go fast in a bit, but it's just taking the scenery. And actually, I'd like to give a big shout out to the prizes for Pulseman. If you want to pony up some cash, give it to a good cause, Doctors Without Borders. If you donate during Pulseman, I probably should have said this earlier. Oh, hello. Oh shit. Oh, sorry. I thought I just dashed my tag. But anyway, the prizes for this game, you can win an awesome Pulseman Perler, and you can win a reproduction cart of this game for the Genesis. And reproduction carts are actually still pretty pricey. They go for like anywhere from $30 to $50, and that's better than spending $200 for a real cartridge. So get those donations in.
It's the same game.
It is the exact same game.
Not $200.
So yeah, shout outs to that. Shout outs to Doctors Without Borders. All right, and don't worry, there's just one more of these sections after this, and it's the shortest one, and it's the second coolest. Although this could be the coolest, because look at those fire effects. I mean, come on. Those are pretty neat. They're so neat, the game actually lags. And that's why I didn't charge up my Voltecker earlier, because with the spark, I can just spark and avoid that one up. It's like the flash balls. When I pick them up, the game kind of pauses for a second. I also need to be careful on these platforms, because sometimes if you jump while they're rising, the game will eat your horizontal momentum, and it'll think you just jumped from a standing position instead of running and then jumping. It just happened, although I'm not sure if anyone noticed other than me. All right, so we're coming after you, Yama. like to point out that the final boss of this game's name is Dr. Uyama, but we've got the real Uyama behind getting things all set up. Shout outs to him.
He has no idea what just happened.
We just need to be thankful he's not trying to take over the world with computers, so.
As far as we know.
How do you not?
Oh man, where's Pulseman when we need him? I'm actually trying to break these blocks pretty slowly because those particle effects are so nice when you break the blocks. If you break too many, the game lags terribly. And shout outs to this, which I just found out was a thing yesterday. I thought I soft locked the game, but I did this the first time. Oh, there we are. And this is the most RNG heavy part of the game. This boss is either gonna take 1 hit or 2 hits.
Oh, 1 hit.
Yeah, we got good RNG.
You missed an auto scroll. Those are my favorite.
Okay, we're done with the auto scroll. All right.
And no other fight.
All right, and this is another one of those levels where just for an unknown reason, these guys are in a bad position right now. If you skid jump Voltacker past a certain point, the level just ends. All right, and these are the worst enemies in the whole game. I hate them a lot. If you touch them, you lose your electrical power, and I don't want that to happen, so I'm gonna try and put on my juke boots. We'll see what we can do. And we got it.
Nice.
We got it, and then I don't know what I'm doing. All right, and this is the final level before the final boss. All right, I don't feel like playing this level either, so see ya. Shout outs to the 2 longest and hardest levels in the whole game casually. All right, and this is a really difficult boss. I'm gonna use a bunch of really technical strats here. Basically, this entire attack is just invincibility frames.
They want none of this.
One thing though is I actually do need to actually be careful and make sure I'm killing these dudes because, like you just saw, there can only be I can't talk. I'm sorry. There can only be so many on the screen at once, so I need to make sure I'm not just letting them run around and. It is. I mean, sometimes you've got to hold up on the joystick and then you have to hit A. And then what? Our game just crashed.
No.
I guess the run's over, guys.
Damn it.
Oh, whoa, what's happening?
Oh no, Yama's starting to take over the world.
Man, though, I just love that effect. It's really neat. And then shout outs to another really difficult boss.
Is that Andros?
And there we go, that's the boss. A time. That's pretty good. Consistent 34s are what I'm known for. Yeah, that was a pretty solid run. That's all I got to say.
All right.
Pulseman's a fun game.
Love the bonus stage.
Yes.
I'm sure those are all of our favorite parts. Alright, so that's Pulseman.
All right.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of Sonic block that's coming up. Saw a Sega game, get ready for Mega Man block coming up after that. We just saw fake Proto Man. Oh.
Thank you very much to Plum Tea for that run. We're going to take a quick commercial break and then we'll be right back. Oh, nobody did that.